Hello and welcome to episode 26 of the Link Building Show. I'm Molly and I'm here with Lara, and today we're going to talk about the best ways to train people in PR. So Lara, obviously you started at Search Intelligence with no PR experience, so tell us a bit about your training.
Yeah, so when I started at the same time as about 3 other people, and we kind of all just, any questions that we had, we just asked all in a little group chat, so it's easy to see if anyone else had the same questions, and yeah, we kind of just got straight into it really, and kind of got guided along the way of how to do a successful campaign, what websites to use. So yeah, it's really easy.
Nice. You made a good point there as well about being trained with other people. Do you think that benefited you to have people in the same boat because they also didn't know anything, prior to coming here?
Yeah, definitely, because I was a bit apprehensive at the start. I was like, the people that are starting at the same time as me might know way more about PR in comparison to me, but it turns out that I think quite a few of the other people didn't have any experience either, which was almost a weight lifted, but then at the same time we were able to kind of see how well we are progressing as a group, all together, and all the things we were learning way sooner than what I expected, so that was quite cool.
Yeah, that's nice, because you raised a good point about how, it's quite scary to start, for me as well, it was quite scary to start a job where you had no prior experience at all, especially in an industry, because I don't think we were taught very much about it in school or anything like that, so it was a completely new industry, and then to start with other people must have been quite comforting. So obviously when you were trained before, we had a different system where we did it, for example, Maddie and I would train everybody on Zoom or verbally in person, and now we have a system where we have a proper onboarding system where there are videos and quizzes and things like that.
Yeah.
So do you think it's beneficial to have those videos to kind of play back, because obviously when we spoke about it, if you hadn't written it down you could forget it, for example, but now you have those videos as reference?
Yeah, I think it's a really good way of training people, because when we started, obviously I love the hands-on approach, but at the same time sometimes I would forget a lot of things that had been said because maybe I hadn't written them down or things like that, so it's nice to know that there's those videos to always go back on. And we did have training videos at that time, not by us, just ones on YouTube and whatever, but it's nice to see people that you actually work with going through the videos, you and Maddie actually going through the videos, because we know your personalities and we know what you're like, so it's nice learning from someone that you know rather than just everything being on YouTube, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's nice. And then do you think it's good that, because all the videos that we have here now are videos where we talk over a screen share, for example, so you have the intro of what the video is going to be about, and then you get to watch us practically do something so that you can watch it as well as listen to it. Do you think that's helpful, or would you rather somebody just talk at you, for example?
I like a bit of both, so I like obviously watching the videos and the screen share videos, but then at the same time I do also like people actually one-to-one conversations with people, because it's just easier to get what you might think out rather than just sitting making notes after a video and then asking someone. You can think straight away about what you want to ask and what you want to find out. Yeah.
And for you, do you think it's been harder to be trained on, for example, the writing side of things in PR, or the mathsy side, the data analysis?
I think data analysis, yeah, because I've had writing experience before, obviously from school and uni and everything, but actually I didn't realise how much data would be involved, and it's literally pretty much all data. So yeah, I thought that bit was the most difficult bit to learn, but then at the same time once you've got it, you kind of it makes it easier. It's a formula for everything, every campaign you do, true. It's an order of things you go through in your head, and then you just know, once you've learnt it, then it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So how would you train someone with experience, from uni or?
Yeah, so I think obviously it's quite hard because you don't want to, do the exact same things as all the people with no experience, because you don't want to appear patronising, or you don't want to, waste some time going through something that somebody already knows. But on the other side of that, they do have to go through the same systems as us, because, for example, if somebody's at a different agency, they may have different approaches, use different systems. So we do have to take them through some of those. So it's finding the right balance of what somebody knows, not overloading them with the same information, but still making them match up with our expectations, for example, and the way we do things. So in those times, it's just more about having those conversations about what they already know, and then the things that they would like us to go through. Because sometimes some people would just want to go through the same system as everybody else, and sometimes people would want less, hands-on from us, and that's fine. So it's just about that person, I would say. So for anybody who's just starting out in the PR industry, or is just about to get trained, what kind of tips would you give them?
I would say watch as many videos as you can. Obviously the training videos, they're a great start. And then also definitely don't try not to compare yourself to other people and how fast other people around you are like getting links and how successful they're being, because like that you'll have that time, like that time will come for you. And yeah, just be great.
Perfect. And then also I think it's like you say, it's about having that, also being confident to ask questions, because I think it's really important to not sit there and think, oh, I don't know this but I'm too nervous to ask, because people there's people out there in the industry that would answer your questions, and especially in our company, if people love questions, so it's good to just reach out and get all the advice that you need.
And I also think like I might have a question and then I'll think it's a really silly question, and then I'll ask it, and then turns out like 3 other people were wanting to ask the same question anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So you might as well do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for watching this episode of the Link Building Show. We hope you've enjoyed our insights, and we'll see you next time.